All right. Well, let's bring up our final guest of the evening. She's a wonderful comedic musician. She's the host of a couple of great podcasts that we're going to talk about, and so therefore she's very wealthy. She's doing a number of shows at Sketchfest. Please welcome Allie Goertz. Here we are. Allie, how about that? You have any experience with mushrooms?
Not like those kinds of mushrooms. Not like any. I'm not very cool. No mushrooms for me.
That's okay. I'm pretty square myself. But let's get into it. You, of course, we've heard a little bit of the history from Jenny, a little bit of the future from Phil, and Allie, you're representing here now the current moment, because of course you're so adept and deft with social media. That's how you rose to your stature on top of the Hollywood pyramid right now, and of course you became an internet star.
No.
But,
Incorrect.
You have some followers on YouTube.
I have some followers on platforms.
Okay. And that's great.
Thank you.
That's because you're kind of native to that world, isn't it? You produce
It's
a lot
true.
of videos.
Yes.
A lot of songs where it's you in the bedroom playing the guitar.
Yeah, I don't usually emphasize the bedroom element of it.
I'm sorry for bringing that up.
But yes, in my room.
When I think about, how can I do that? I think, well, I got to get a bedroom.
There goes that. I enjoy it.
Yeah, nice. Got to get good lighting in there, don't you?
That's true. I actually am very nerdy about lighting. I have a few lights that I'm obsessed with, which you change with your phone. Which is another thing where I sometimes sound like I'm cooler and smarter than I am to like people that are over 50.
Yeah.
Because like you could change it with your phone. It's very easy.
Yeah.
I love them. They make my pictures look nice.
Yeah, sure. And that's the hue is where they change colors. It's just
Yes.
Yeah. I like some colors. I think if I were given the opportunity and afforded the opportunity to rethink the rainbow, I'd have some suggestions. I don't love the ones that are there. You know, maybe a little less orange, kind of indifferent to yellow. I bring up the reds, pull up the blues a little bit more.
Sounds very political.
Well, it's still, I'm happy to have more diversity. I just think there could be more shades, just why those. It's just, I think everything has an opportunity to be better if we apply ourselves.
I think you're right.
So now you are a co-host of this program called Everything's Coming Podcast, which is a podcast about the Simpsons animated television program.
Those Simpsons, yes.
Yes, the Simpsons that have been on a very long time.
Yes.
You watched all the episodes? Well, you have guests on and do what? You talk through the episodes?
It's a Simpsons podcast where we talk to our favorite Simpsons writers and people that work in the show, and then also other people that we love, and comedians and talent of varying sources. And we ask them, what is your favorite episode of The Simpsons? And we get to listen to why it informed them in what ways and why it's so funny, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
If you like The Simpsons.
You must have you love The Simpsons.
I do.
Yeah. But you must have a terrific memory for that kind of thing, to be able to recall specific jokes and all that kind of thing. My wife Belinda can tell what movie it is just from the font or the opening credits. It's really remarkable. Some people have the mind for it. You do.
Yes.
Yeah. You could quote from, if I quoted from The Simpsons, you would know it.
Like if you said, I Carumba, I'd be like, hey, Bart said that.
Okay, that one I would. Yeah. Because you know what album I had was Simpsons and the Blues.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got that at the Columbia House.
Oh, right.
Pretty cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. You don't maybe remember, but some of the folks here in the audience will remember when Bart Simpson first came out. He was quite a scandal. He was quite a little ne'er-do-well. He had a lot of problems with Bart Simpson.
He was a bad little boy.
It was a bad influence on a lot of people, and I think Spencer Gibbs owes his entire business today to Bart Simpson.
That's true.
At that point, they were floundering with the ponytail and the trucker hat and the butt cheeks on the playing cards. That was their whole thing. Bart Simpson came along and saved them.
Yes, we do owe Bart Simpson a lot. Spencer's is important to each of us.
It certainly is. It always smells weird in that place. But, You love it though? Do you have a favorite character of all the ones, the many characters?
Yeah, Lisa Simpson, easily my favorite character.
Yeah. She seemed to, sure, the band is with you.
Nerds.
She seems to have taken on, and a musician, she plays the saxophone, doesn't she? That's what I used to play. But Lisa has become kind of central to the show now, I think. I think she's the real star, isn't she?
It's interesting. For those that watch the show, like kind of as it came on, if you're a kid watching it, Bart's your favorite, or Homer's your favorite because they tell the most jokes. And to be honest, Lisa and Marge are kind of like the nags. And then you grow up and you learn about feminism and you realize how like nuanced and interesting these characters are, and you rewatch them, and it's kind of like, oh wow, they're totally my favorite characters, and they're funny in a way that I never appreciated until now.
Yeah. My favorite is Ralph Wheaton.
That says a lot.
He's the little boy, the police chief's son. Kind of a simpleton, isn't he? My cousin Bill.
The middle American character, yes.
He's a middle American character? Oh, I've seen him in our great cities too, don't you worry. There's a rough living around every corner, my friend. He's got a great hairstyle too. I also love Harry Shearer as a character.
Yeah.
He seems fun.
Good old Harry.
I don't have the mind for that kind of a thing. To be able to go that deeply into something, I think the only thing that would be even remotely possible for me would be the television show It's a Living. A great Angelian vehicle. Some of you remember us. They all worked in a hotel, a restaurant, a bar on the town, I believe. Yeah, I should have a podcast, shouldn't I? That'd be a lot of fun just talking about what all those gals were doing. That was a real feminist thing.
When did that come out? When was that?
Well, I think it was on in the 80s. Yeah. When TV was great. But
I didn't get to watch any of it.
you also had a show about Twin Peaks.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was the deal where you missed it the first time around.
Missed it because the show came out in 1991, and I also was born in 1991, so it was hard to watch as a baby. I wouldn't have gotten all the jokes.
Yes, that's even hard to hear now. But the show came out also kind of a scandal, and now you look back like, oh, it's kind of sweet. But
Yes.
at least I did. So you had the parties where you were watching the episodes and then going through it again, and kind of the first time through.
Yeah, it was my first time. Obviously, people know now like what the show's about, but it's the mystery of who killed Laura Palmer. I was one of the lucky people that had never had it spoiled for me, and I won't spoil it just in case you haven't seen it. But it was really fun. I watched it with a film critic named Jeremy Smith, and we did everything we could to kind of recreate what it was like. It sounds funny if you aren't maybe my age, around my age, but the idea of watching the show like once a week instead of binging it is kind of foreign. And so that's what we did on the show. I had to wait. I couldn't binge it. And in fact, I've had to wait an entire year to watch the movie, which I have yet to do because everyone else had to, so they're making me do it too, which is torture. I can't wait, especially since the new season's coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about the movie or what's coming next. But it's very fun.
The movie's atrocious, and I was spared. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. And the dad did it, for those who know. It was certainly had a long time. This is fun. You don't get anything knowing who they were. What?
Is it really good?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. My hair went white. Just follow the signs. It's not that difficult. There were owls in that too. But I met David Lynch once backstage at an event in Los Angeles, California, and it was very nice. He took my hand and he pulled me in close and he looked at me and said, "You have a nice face." That was the extent of our relationship, but it was really meaningful.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah, I've always thought to myself, if I'm having a down day, I have a nice face.
At least David Lynch thinks so.
At least David Lynch. Some of the folks at the Red Fair when I was doing my face making, they liked it too. So what do? Put it on a stamp? Yeah. The point is that that was good for you. You enjoyed it, and the show's coming back, so you're excited for what's going to happen next.
I'm very excited.
Who are they going to kill off next?
Who knows? Although the actor who played the detective Albert just died, and he was my favorite character of the show, so I'm a little sad.
Well, they'll probably put in a computer animated version of it, and it'll be great.
Great.
That's the best case scenario for all actors.
It is.
So you do, but you also do parody songs and that kind of thing. That's how you got your start, really.
Yeah. So I write very love songs that are very, very sincere, like things that just mean a lot to me. And I've been told they're funny, which at first was kind of like, no, how dare you? These are my feelings. But I sing about like Millhouse or the graphic effects artist Rob Bottin, because I really love practical effects. And you were talking about molds, and when you said, I don't know, something about like how we already are molds, I was like, that's a song. Like, that's beautiful. You should write it, or we could, come up with something.
Can you make guitar straps still?
You can make guitar straps.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll get a band together.
It's like a car, but like, no, we can't make guitar straps.
Well, we'll get the guys together. I'll buy a band, and we can all go around as a family band, singing about mold and stuff. Yeah.
I'm talking about mold. Anyway, I'm not a jazz musician, but I do love it. But no, it's not happening. Please don't expect that from me.
But you do have a Rick and Morty album?
So my first stuff is all acoustic, and it's all very, like, if I could describe myself in the way I want people to describe me, I would say it's like if a man was really depressed about Ren and Stimpy. Like, that's kind of like what my music is. It's really sad songs about cartoons, and you're like, why are you doing this? And then I say, I don't know, and then I make another one. And the Rick and Morty album, instead of guitar, is all like synth, and it's like electro pop, because that's what the show does. They have a lot of really like high-tech sounding songs, and I kind of just wanted to write something that could be like in that world.
And you have a dog album too coming out?
Yeah, my friends and I are just asking different musicians like Nerf Herder and Garfunkel Oates and a few other people to write a song about their favorite dog from history or movies, and I'm writing it. Some of the ones already are like Laika, the dog who went to space and died in space.
That's a good dog.
That was a good dog, but has a very sad ending.
Marmaduke is not a good dog.
Marmaduke is an unfunny dog.
I hate that dog.
It's a bad dog. I'm singing about the Eddie from Frasier.
Oh yeah, he's lovely.
He's lovely, but I just found out that Kelsey Grammer hates that dog, and it's such a funny story. I don't know if you guys know about this, but the actor's name is Moose, who plays Eddie. That was very funny. But there's like, I just recently read Kelsey Grammer's memoir, and he goes on about like, oh, people think that I hate, but imagine it in like his voice, which I can't do. People say that I hate this dog, and that's just preposterous. However, I do get annoyed when people call him an actor, because, I actually can act, and I don't need someone to have, like, hot dogs on the side to get you to remember my lines. It's like, oh, you definitely don't hate this dog at all, Kelsey. So I'm writing a song about that dog from the perspective, like, why does my coworker hate me? So that's the kind of weird stuff that I decide to do with my time.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it's doing very well, and you're working with the At Midnight program still?
Yeah, I've been there since day one, and I'm the person who says points on Twitter. That's what I do.
It's a big part of that show.
It kind of is. And Jenny's going to be on it on Wednesday. It's going to air that night. Yeah, it'll air on Thursday night.
At midnight, which is now at 11:30.
It's confusing. Yeah. And then there's this show that comes on after it. It's Doug Benson's show, The High Court.
Yeah.
That one's going to be fun. But for the stoners that watch that show, I think the timing and the name change is going to be really hard for them. I really hope it. Yeah.
Well, we hope they all get home safe from tonight. The ones out there here. Like, oh gosh, take a break. But that's great. That's on Comedy Central. Keeping you employed, you're doing some wonderful things with the album. When the album's coming out?
That's not going to be until probably March 1st or 2nd.
Okay, well, I'll set a tickler in the envelope.
Thank you.
We'll wait for that. And you're going to do some shows at Sketchfest?
Yeah, I'm playing tonight with Jordan Davis and Zach Sherwin and a bunch of really cool music comedians at the Swedish American Hall. It's called Imaginary Radio Program.
Oh, that's not unlike this.
Yes, it is.
In my mind. In my mind, people are listening. But it's great to have you, Allie. Thank you. Allie Goertz, ladies and gentlemen.